Okay, welcome to Systems Within Systems. I'm Steve Lawrence Hill. You can reach me at systemswithinsystems.com, and that will connect you with all the other sites. So we've been talking about blocking going in, reading your opponent, and being able to act immediately in any type of situation. I think further down the line, maybe when I get a couple of more of my students here, we'll show some fighting from a sitting position where it's not on your mark, it's set, go. So everything is done on the attack. And also, when it comes to that, when a person puts their hands up and whatnot, you're seeing that as a way of moving in, not trying to move around. You're attacking directly to the hands or the legs, or going right to the center, depending on your life experiences or your experiences with combat and how much material you have to use. And of course, your hitting power and whatnot. There's a lot of things when we get into knife defense. In fact, maybe on the next video, we'll talk a little bit. I'll come out, I'll have Vic bring some weapons down, and we'll work on how to deal with a weapon, how to defend yourself against that. To be honest with you, well, I'm not going to talk about that now. When it comes to weapon fighting or dealing with a weapon, it's the same, works on the same principles, right? You're going to attack the weapon. You're not going to wait for the weapon to come at you. I won't say some of the things I've seen in Mortal Kombat, but you know, big guys coming down with the weapon, just coming this way with it, and the person did not stop that. Right? And they're no longer around for that. So there are situations that come up where you really know how to deal with attacking and bringing the unsheathed sword into a combat situation. There is no fighting fair in a combat situation. So you can have all the skill sets, and I have plenty of stories on that, all the skill sets in the world, be very trained in, you know, mixed martial arts and all that stuff, and get in a combat situation and die. So stuff like this really brings it into the combat zone, which is really how I deal and what I deal with. So in the beginning, we talked about blocking going in and how to read your opponent, but the stance work also comes in. In my past videos, I talk about the importance of the leg giving you guidance on how you're going to be moving. So it's not, you know, this way, though there are moves that do that, but you're going to be following through. So if a person is standing in front of me and I'm moving this way, or from here, like from this position here, or I have a slight, depending on like where his armament is, if his armament is more on this side, I may want to move more to here. I may want to stand more this way. If I'm going to come forward, it's going to be moving forward. It's going to be moving forward this way, coming right in from the unsheathed sword. Here's the unsheathed sword. Zoom. Unsheathed sword. Zoom. Unsheathed sword. Zoom. Right? However I'm going to do. Also, it allows me to have angles, ways to move. So if I'm moving this way here, I can move out here, which is some footwork. I can move out this way here, especially when you're fighting more than one person that's coming at you. So very simple technique on how to move. If I'm standing from here, it's usually you're not going to move toe to heel. You're going to move heel to toe, because when you move toe to heel, you're falling in. It's the same when a person kicks. They kick and they fall this way. These are all no-nos. When I kick, I'm falling and I'm coming out from here. So I'm testing the ground. I'm never going forward into them. I never kick and come this way. Even if I'm doing a push kick, boom, I'm moving down my leg to come in, and it's toe to heel. So when you get into kicking, you get an idea of that, how the kicks actually work. And these bad boys, really great for dealing with weapons and whatnot from the ground you're standing on. When you're standing on the ground, you're going to also understand your range of motion. And we'll get into that in the next video, probably when we get into weapons, understanding, you know, the distance between you and your opponent, and the distance of how you're going to move. So we'll talk about, Mr. Lee talks about it in circles. I talk about it in squares, like you're standing on a mat and commanding your mat, I call it. So the unsheathed sword. If I'm standing this way, we'll just take a simple stance. And you can see I've already, you know, kind of moved my leg a little bit because I'm planning on stepping out with this leg. If I wanted to plan out with this leg, I'm going to switch the body of water like the Tai Chi, and I'm going to step out here. If I'm going to step out with this leg, it's here. Now, the range of motion becomes important. If I step out further, I have to sink my leg further. If I step out slightly, it's here. If I step out slightly, it's here. Then I come down and my hands are here. I'm lined up this way. If I step out further, I come down and my hands are here. So you start to see how I'm going to line up to my opponent from just this position. So if on this, I'm going to call Vic out real quickly here. So Vic takes and we'll get into movement as well. Remember, this is all in demo. In the future, I'll have Vic just attack me, and I'm going to move right off of that without understanding what's got to be happening. So, you know, like you'll see how that actually comes into action when you're moving. But the whole idea here, to really be effective, is as their hands are up, to you move to their hands. So you don't really give them the options to make moves at the same time. You're just directly attacking, totally unexpected. That's the unsheathed sword. All right, so if he takes a position, and just for the point here, so you can see his arm is down. It's a very strong position. It's mighty. It's like he's taller than me. He's saying, yeah, come and get me, you know. He's got a strong position there. He's tough. So if I'm standing here, at this point, this is where we talk about range, I'm going to step right to here, and then I move in, you see? If I want to step in further, I sink this foot down here, and I move in. That's how my hands come up. So he's in this fighting position. As he's getting into this fighting position, I'm here. So now my attack can come here, right? My attack at this point now, also, I'll bring it to play. Since his hand is down here, I may just take my foot and just go right into the hand. So I may just come right from here. So now my position, I'm going to move back a little bit, come in right into the hand, right? Move here, then move to come in with the hit. So I can come here, bam, just here, and then hit and move, right? But for the sake of how I'm moving, I'm going to move this way, then I move to here, right? So even if I just come in with a direct attack, so I came over this way, you see how this hand is defend against this and defend against that. So I'm already, like, I could throw this, hit him, and he could come up. I'll just come out with that hand. So as I come here, my hands are already here. So I'm lining up. If he comes out with this hand, I'm here. I'm able to come down, you know, and graze it a little bit, okay? But most likely, in real-life combat, since he was in that position, I'm probably just going to crush that hand or break the wrist, and then come in with my attack. So if he comes up and he's got his hands up here, you can see right from here, I could just right through the water, and I just move, right? Here, I could just move. Here, or I could just come in from this side. I could step out here to this angle, move here, and come in, right? And then my hands come in. From here, though, direct attack, I could step out here, direct attack. I could come out here, right? Just motion, here, and move, right? When we get into the chopping and stuff, how it works. All right, so say he takes a different position. So now, I'm standing here. I could see it on here. Both hands are up. All armament is ready to go. I step out here. I move to here, and I'm going to come here. You see how he's already pitching himself to come in with the hit. But I'm already there, right? So from here, I just move to here. I'm going to hit, and you see how I'm moving here. Once I hit here, I could take other action. I could come in direct line and just go, right? So direct line before he even throws, but I'm here, so anything that gets thrown, if he's got to throw, I'm already here. My guard is already up. If I do get hit with it, most likely be a cut or a graze. So my whole point here is how I'm stepping from here to here. I don't want to take my step this way and come in, right? I'm stepping to my opponent right from here. So I can be standing here. Just say he's just standing there. He's going, yo, man, blah, 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 blah. You know, he gets a little bit closer. I'm standing here. Boom. I'm right here, you see? I'm ready. So the whole point is whatever his arms are doing and his legs are doing, however he comes up, I'm ready for it, you see? I'm stepped here, I stepped here, boom, coming in. Working right off the hands, using these like climbing a ladder, using these like climbing a ladder. As we get more into the kicking and whatnot, you start to see. So again, if he's here, puts his hands up, I'm attacking. Now he's given me his whole center line. And he's a pretty tough guy. He may be able to handle a hit. So if he's here, I'm going to attack this. You see? I'm coming in with the attacks. Boom! And moving in. I'm not, so if he's holding him stiff, holding strong, all this still moves. It just does. You know, like you can put your arm out like this here. Everything you got. This is all it takes. You can't stop that. As I start to move, and there's blocking techniques that actually diverse, you know, move the energies different ways. All right, so yeah, as you get better with that, this is what I mean by technique, as you learn how to block. So if you're just standing, and he's holding his arm stiff, and he's just like really nasty, hold it. I'm right here. Boom! It just moves in. You see how I'm already set with this hand? Because this may be his punch, he just gets hit, and he just goes, boom, I'm coming out. So, again, the stepping leads it. He's standing here. My step leads automatically. My hands are up, and I'm lining up myself to my opponent. So if I come up this way, one hand's lined up to this one hand's lined up to this one. They could cross. The leg is lined up to the front leg, and this back leg is laid to this one. But this front leg also covers both legs on the bottom. That's what I mean by positioning strategy. So he takes any like street position, here you go. This is the whole thing. He still has both legs up. He's got to come at you quick, fast, right? And he's got to come at you to hit, or he's got to bait you in. All right? He's already told me what he's doing. He's already showed me that he's not afraid of me, and he's going to come in, and that he's got some street savvy. All right? So my motion from here is going to be to move here. I has his center line open, but say he's 280 pounds. And unless you have true hitting power, if the guy can have a hammer or a gun or anything like that, just because you block the weapon and you hit him doesn't mean you're going to be effective. At least not yet. So it's always never the first hit. It's always numbers of hits. So he takes that position again. I'm just ready here. All this, you know, is all able to move. All of this is just moving. So here I could step out, come to this side and move. Or I could take a direct front assault, just come bam, right into the arm. Boom. And as he comes in with the other arm, bam, I'm just going to come in. So footwork, stepping, thanks Vic. Stepping again, this way, from here, this way here. If you throw a kick from here, my kicks come here, I switch, I kick, I come down this way. Never here and drop forward, right? It's not like fighting in a ring or moving with that where you want to move in. Unless you're moving in, if I kick here, I step and then I move in to come in or do takedowns, throws, whatever it's going to be. And the type of takedowns that I use are done with gravity. So they're pretty advanced stuff, and they work on any size individual. Okay? So thank you. Grow, learn, teach.